Oh, what is going on, good people? And welcome back to another edition of the Juggernaut Show. I'm host Juggernaut097, and this afternoon I am here to review Impact Wrestling Against All Odds for 2023. So, Against All Odds was this past Friday, June 9th, 2023. Now I would have had this review done earlier. But last Friday, I was at SmackDown, and then I got busy over the weekend, and I'm just now getting around to watching Impact Wrestling Against All Odds. So, things happen. People get busy, but nonetheless, I'm here to review the show for you guys. Now, before we get started, going in by match, my thoughts on each match, I'm gonna give my overall thoughts. I thought Impact Wrestling Against All Odds was a very good special. Like, there's not really much to complain about on here. I mean, the matches were solid. I love the crowd reactions. Like Ohio, this was from Columbus, Ohio. Columbus, they were a pretty good crowd. What else? It was good to not look at a stage. Also, just look at the ramp. For the whole show. I mean, that's always good for when you don't have to do that. For Impact Wrestling. Because there's a lot of shows where you're just looking at the stage and like looking at the ramp. I'd rather look at the crowd. So I mean that's another positive because you don't get to see all that like that red on the stage, all those graphics. You can actually see the crowd reacting to things, and which is really nice. But yeah, I thought this was a very solid show. I mean, they do have some hiccups on the show, because Impact Wrestling isn't perfect. They're not perfect at all, but hey, I mean, they're doing pretty good here. So let's go waste some time and let's get started with this review. So the first match that kicked off the show, and we're not going to be talking about the countdown to Impact or countdown to Against All Odds because I don't really care about talking about that. I was on the pre-show. We're going to talk about the main card. So first match on the night, we had Eddie Edwards with Alicia Edwards in the corner going up against Frankie Kazarian. And going into this pay-per-view or special, I was actually looking forward to this match. But coming out of this match, this match was kind of disappointing. I don't know what it was, but this match was kind of disappointing because they had a good amount of time to work in this match. It's just that it was just very disappointing for me. It was a little letdown. I mean, both these guys were trained by Killer Kowalski. Commentary was talking about that a lot throughout the match. Kazarian, he was trying to show Eddie Edwards respect, by not cheating and stuff. But throughout the match, Eddie Edwards started bringing out the aggression in Kazarian, and both guys were actually working pretty well together. They were working pretty good. There was something that was missing. I don't know what it was. And also the finish was kind of a letdown with doing a cradle roll up. I'm not a fan of roll up finishes. Like I don't like that at all. But I mean, both guys are really good in the ring. And also Alicia Edwards, she got kicked out. She had to go backstage, because she was getting involved in the match. But I thought it was a okay match or what it was. And we got Ryan in the chat. What's going on, Ryan? He says, I thought Eddie was going to win to continue this rivalry. Yeah, same here. Like in my predictions, I said Eddie Edwards is going to win. Alicia Edwards is going to get involved some way. And, they'll continue this feud, maybe have a match at Slammiversary. But, I mean, I don't really know what their plans are for Eddie Edwards here. Like, he just seems like, I don't know, like, for the longest of time, he just seems like a generic indie wrestler. Like, and I also don't like his haircut. I don't like his attire, like all green. I understand he's from Boston, but like, can't they find a better gimmick for Eddie Edwards? Because I'm not really vibing with Eddie Edwards right now. But we're gonna move on to the next match, which was this was a fun match. So we had the Impact World Tag Team Championships on the line. We had ABC. We had Ace Austin and Chris Bay going up against or defending titles against the Good Hands. And also, this is go back to everything. Go back to the match before. He says, "I'm thinking they're building up Frankie." Yeah, I don't know really what they're building them up towards. Like if they're maybe give him a chance at the world title again, or maybe I don't know, maybe going for like an X division. I don't really know. I guess we'll just see though. We'll definitely see what's in plans for Frankie Kazarian. But yeah, ABC and the Good Hands. I gotta tell you this: the Good Hands are a really good tag team. And also on the corner of the Good Hands, we had Brian Myers. He's kind of went under taking the Good Hands, John Schuyler and Jason Hodge like under his wing and like kind of mentoring them a little bit, which is really good because Brian Myers is a really good tag team wrestler. So I mean, I'm happy with that. And they look like a really good tag team. Like the way their attires are, the way that they look. I'll get behind the Good Hands. But yeah, this match was like really fun. And then there were some pretty good close near falls in this match. Like when the Good Hands they hit they had Magic Killer like, oh no, are Ace and Bay about to lose this match? But they ended up kicking out of that. I really enjoyed the ending of this match when I don't remember who was on top of. I think it was John Schuyler. Uh Ace did this like or Ace Austin he did this like kind of like Hurricane Rana off the ropes and into a Art of Finesse with Chris Bay, and then Ace Austin did the fold to end up retaining the Impact World Tag Team Championships. So I thought it was a really good match. Like Ace Austin and Chris Bay, they are having a really good tag team reign here. I don't really know who's gonna beat them, but they're doing a really good job right now. Like, and a lot of people are behind them. They're part of the Bull Club. It's pretty fun stuff, and they're going over to New Japan doing some stuff over there. So hey, this was definitely a fun match here. I enjoyed it. And then the next match we had was the dog collar match between Masha Slamovich and Killer Kelly. Um, yeah, so I mean, this was another enjoyable match. Um, it's not as good as the AEW, dog collar match between CM Punk and MJF, but it's hard to live up to that, and it's hard to live up to some of them in the past. But I thought they, with the amount of time that they got here and the stuff that they were doing, they utilized this match pretty well. And like these girls are crazy because Killer Kelly, she at one point in the match she put the chain in her mouth. She enjoyed the punishment. Like both these girls enjoy getting punished. Like it's crazy. Like these girls are nuts. Um, he says, "Can't wait to see Killer and Masha team up." Yeah, see, that's what I have. Which I'll talk about that in a minute here. We'll talk about in a minute, Ryan. But yeah, this was a crazy match. Like, I like how they were utilizing the chain, how Masha was choking Killer Kelly, like putting submissions on her. And like, she, there was one point where they were on the outside of the ring and, Masha tied up Killer Kelly, like, start choking her, like, with like the ring post. I thought that was cool with the chain. There's one point where it's like in that match with John Moxley and Moxley and who was it? Danielson? I can't remember. No, it was this past year at Revolution. Was it Danielson? I can't really remember. No, it wasn't Danielson. So put down in the comments who that I Quit match that happened this year. It wasn't MJF, I don't believe. No, because he was in the match with Danielson. I really can't remember. Yeah. Someone put down in the comments who Moxley. That it would kind of remind me of that, like when we had Killer Kelly. She was like hung up on like on the ropes, and that's a pretty dangerous spot when you're getting choked like that. Like you're kind of like getting hanged a little bit there. Like that can end up like really bad. And Killer Kelly, she wasn't giving up. Like she was taking a lot of punishment in this match. And there was one point where Killer Kelly she used Masha's finisher against her. She hit the snowplow on Masha, so I thought that was pretty cool. And you even saw kind of callbacks to their first match that they had with each other, how Killer Kelly, she started choking Masha like on the second rope, like that reverse choke. I thought that was pretty cool. But no, I mean this was definitely a fun match. I enjoyed it. Um, Masha ended up winning by well, she was choking out Killer Kelly with the chain, and then ended up hitting the snowplow to win the match. And then after the match, like Ryan said, um, well, they ended up like showing respect to each other, and it maybe seems like they could be forming a tag team with each other, which I wouldn't mind seeing that. And I kind of hinted at that in my predictions, like you know what? What if they just become tag team partners? Because like both these girls are like really similar, and I feel like this would add a lot more into the knockouts tag division. So definitely, I wouldn't mind seeing that at all. And then next we had was the X Division Championship. We had Trey Miguel defending the X Division Championship against Chris Sabin. Man. This was a great match here. I mean, Chris Sabin, a legendary wrestler in Impact Wrestling, TNA, whatever you want to call it. Great wrestler. He's he's 8-time world champion, and Trey Miguel, he's really came a long way since joining Impact Wrestling. I mean, I've really been enjoying it, and like basically the backstory behind this feud was, Chris Sabin, he doesn't like how Trey Miguel has been disrespecting the title and like disrespecting the X division, like by spray painting it. He's disrespecting like all the past X division champions like AJ Styles, Samoa Joe, Christopher Daniels, people like that. And even throughout the match, we had Chris Sabin do some like callbacks to like he hit the Angel's wings at one point in the match. He even hit a Styles Clash. I thought this was really fun. I really enjoyed it. And there was one point where Trey Miguel even used Sabin's finisher on him. He used the Cradle Shock at one point. And then also, Trey Miguel, who's doing his normal tactics like he does. He got the spray paint. He spray painted the eyes of Chris Sabin. But Chris Sabin ended up kicking out of a move that Trey Miguel did. So I was surprised that happened. Like, oh no, Trey Miguel's going to end up winning here. And then there was one point Chris Sabin had Trey Miguel like on the top rope, and it seems like Chris Sabin has dropped Trey Miguel like on the ropes. Like I don't know if that was supposed to happen or if that was kind of a botch, but yeah, I mean, I like the callbacks that Chris Sabin was doing. I thought that was really good. But the winner of the match was Chris Sabin. He ended up hitting the Cradle Shock to become a 9-time X Division champion. 9 times. He's a 9-time champion now. And Ryan says, "This shocks me. This shocked me. Chris Sabin won. Yeah, I wasn't surprised that Chris Sabin won because like you know what, Trey Miguel beat him last year. Was it last year? Something I think it was last year. So like you know what, I feel like they're gonna give the title to Chris Sabin. So I'm happy that Chris Sabin won. I'm really happy for him. Like I said, a really good legendary impact wrestler. It was fun match. And then the next match we had was the 8-4-1 match, which for people that didn't watch the show or people go like, what the heck's an 8-4-1 match? Well, sometimes Impact Wrestling, they do some like confusing stuff with the rules, but this wasn't that confusing. This was fun. This was pretty enjoyable. So first, this match started out as a 8-man tag team match, and then the winners of this match went to a fatal 4-way. So we have the team of Bully Ray, Jonathan Gresham, Heath Slater or Heath, and Nick Aldis going up against Moose, Mike Bailey, Rich Swann, and PCO. No. So I'll talk about the 8-man tag team match first. I thought it was good. It was pretty enjoyable. I mean, we definitely, Bully Ray, kind of didn't want to be like kind of like part of this match. Like he didn't really want to get inside the ring, do much right at the beginning. That definitely was a presence out there. We definitely gave more to this 8-man tag team match, and then kind of same with Moose as well. Moose and Bully Ray. They're hard to get along with, so I was wondering to see if they were able to get along with their partners and stuff in this match. I thought all 8 guys worked really good in the 8-man tag team match. I thought it was good. There was one point where Bully Ray and Mike Bailey, they were kind of going at it. Bully Ray was like kind of trash talking, said, "Hey, is this all you got, Mike Bailey?" And then Mike Bailey ended up like doing a like hitting him with like a karate kick. I thought that was fun. I thought that was pretty cool. Heath was doing a lot of stuff in this match. He was doing good in the man tag team match, and then PCO eventually got in. He was suicide diving onto so many guys, throwing his body out there. There's one point where he was on top rope and Bully Ray ended up, well, the match started like breaking down. Bully Ray ended up going around and throwing PCO off the top rope and PCO ended up hitting his back on the apron. What else in this match? I mean, Rich Swann, there was, I think it was Jonathan Gresham. I can't exactly remember. Maybe it was Heath. But no, Rich Swann, it was somebody who was on the back of Moose, and then Rich Swann hit a kick onto I think it was Jonathan Gresham. Yeah, it was Gresham, and also hit Moose in the process there. So I thought that was interesting. And then Moose, he was getting ready to go for a spear onto Jonathan Gresham, but Gresham moved out of the way, ended up spearing Rich Swann, and Gresham ended up pinning Rich Swann for his team to go on to the Fatal 4-Way match. And then now we go on to the Fatal 4-Way. We have Bully Ray, Jonathan Gresham, Heath, and I about to say Magnus, Nick Aldis. This was fun. This was a pretty enjoyable Fatal 4-Way. Right out of the gate, they just start Jonathan Gresham, Heath, and Nick Aldis. They just gang up on Bully Ray because how much of a prick he is. They just gang up on him. Then it goes down to basically being a 3-way match. Some close near falls. There were points where Heath hit a nice wake up call. Like I think pretty sure it was like on a steel chair at one point. And also Heath's leg was getting worked on quite a bit in the match, and that basically led up to Nick Aldis coming in and locking in the Texas, locking in the clover leaf to end up becoming the new number 1 contender for the Impact World Championship. And there was a pretty nice like a Tower of Doom spot, pretty nice like superplex spot with Jonathan Gresham, Heath, and I keep saying Magnus, Nick Aldis. Sorry. So I thought that was pretty cool. But yeah, Nick Aldis ended up winning, and it was definitely a fun and enjoyable match. Like I said, sometimes Impact Wrestling, they do like with their rules with some of the matches are kind of like they make it confusing sometimes, but this was not confusing at all. This was pretty simple to follow. And then we got a comment here from Ryan. He says, "I think everyone knew Nick was going to win this match. Going to win this. It makes sense, even though Bully was teasing a match with Macklin." True. Yeah. I mean, I saw Nick Aldis winning. In my preview, I said Nick Aldis is going to win. I said Nick Aldis or Bully Ray. I said that was the team that was going to win. Even though I like a lot of the guys on that other team, they just didn't have a chance of winning this match here. And he said, "Hope Moose stays." Is Moose contract coming up? I haven't heard much about his contract, but is his contract coming up? I'm pretty sure Moose will stay around. So I'm pretty sure he gets paid pretty good in Impact Wrestling. Because I feel like if he went anywhere, I feel like if he went to AEW, I feel like he would get lost in the shuffle. I don't know, maybe He could go to WWE. I don't know. I don't know if he wants to go to WWE, but we'll see. I'm pretty sure he might stay around though. But I mean, that's up to Muso. Yeah, I'm not sure when his contract is up. But yeah, we'll move on to the next match, which was a tag team match between Giselle Shaw and Savannah Evans going up against the Knockouts champion Deon Purrazzo and the number contender for Deon Purrazzo's championship, Trinity. Yeah, this match was what I expected it to be. Wasn't like really anything too crazy here. I really don't remember much from this match, to be honest. Like I watched this match late last night. I don't remember much from this match. I remember Trinity and Deon Purrazzo winning. Like I remember Trinity coming in, hitting the review onto Giselle Shaw, and then Deon Purrazzo locking in a submission. But I don't remember like a whole lot of spots from this match, to be honest with you. Like I said, this is what I expected it to be. Trinity's basically the scalping out Deanna Purrazzo, before Slammiversary next month, which is about 4 weeks away now. Yeah, about 4 weeks away, which is crazy to think about. But I thought it was an okay match. I mean, we got Jay Vidal, or however you say his name. He got involved. He got beat up a little bit in this match. I mean, yeah, this is basically this is a match to get Trinity and Deanna Purrazzo to Slammiversary, which we're on the road to Slammiversary, like I said, which is July 15th. Which I'm excited for that. I'm excited for Slammiversary, which we got 2 matches announced. Which I'll talk about the other match here in a minute. So we'll move on to the next match here, which was the Ohio Street Fight. We had the design going up against OVE, Ohio versus everything. Now in that promo where Rich Swann says, "Hey man," he goes like, "I'm in that 841 match." He goes like, "You're gonna have to find someone else." I knew exactly who they were gonna get, Madman Fulton. And since the show is in Ohio, I got yes, they're getting Madman Fulton. Yeah, man, this match was crazy. I mean, it wasn't bloody like Under Siege was, like with Macklin and PCO, but I mean, we did have some blood in this match. I mean, right out the gate, they start brawling. They spill out to the outside of the ring. We had Sammy Callahan and Diener. They were locking up a lot throughout the match. There was one point where Khan and it was Khan and Madman Fulton. They ended up fighting on top of the stage, and they put themselves each other through a table. I thought that was pretty cool. We even saw some barbed wire boards come out. Crazy. There was a pretty nice move that Alan Angels did on the it was Jake Christ. He put him through a barbed wire board on the outside. I thought that was pretty cool. What else do we have? We saw some ladders in the match. There was one point where the design they set up a ladder and they put Sam McCallahan on the table, and it was Alan Angels. He did a frog splash through the table off the ladder. So that was pretty cool. What else do we have? We saw thumbtacks. Sam Callahan got put through some thumbtacks. We saw Callahan trying to use a staple gun. He tried to staple everyone from the design. I can't talk right now. From the design. But there was one point where Khan, he ended up stapling Sam McCallahan a few times. Man, I would hate to get stapled. That would be a terrible spot to take, getting stapled. And then we saw another barbed wire board get brought out. Callahan did the Cactus Driver 97 through the barbed wire board onto Diener. But Diener ended up kicking out of that, which was really surprising. I didn't think he was going to kick out of that. And then Callahan, he went under the ring and got his barbed wire. I mean, not the barbed wire, right? He just got the bat and hit Diener with it, and then hit the Cactus Driver 97 again to get the 1-2-3, and OVE wins the match. Really, really, really fun match here. Like I said, I knew that OVE wasn't going to lose this match since it was in Ohio. And the crowd was so much behind OVE here, and it's nice to see Man Fulton back in Impact Wrestling. I think it's really cool. But yeah, we'll move on to the next match, which was the main event for the Impact World Championship. We had Steve Macklin going up against Alex Shelley. Man, this really surprising match here. I'm going to get it out of the way. I am surprised Alex Shelley ended up winning this match, ended up becoming the new Impact Wrestling Champion, Impact World Champion. Excuse me, I'm surprised. This is Alex Shelley's second time competing for a title. I mean, last year he fought Josh Alexander for the title at Emergence, but ended up losing there. And then Macklin goes like, "What makes this difference? You know, like you couldn't beat Josh Alexander," and he says, "You're not going to beat me." I mean, Alex Shelley, you know, I like the psychology in this match. The psychology in this match was like really good. I like how Alex Shelley, he was working on the left arm of Steve Macklin throughout the match. I thought that was pretty good. You know, you had a lot of near falls in this match, a lot of drama. I thought it was really fun. There was one point where Alex Shelley had Steve Macklin in a figure four, and then Macklin ended up taking off the middle turnbuckle, and so left that exposed. And you know that kind of played a role, like coming down to the end of the match. And also throughout the match, Steve Macklin, you know, he's talking shit to the fans and all that, you know, which he should have been focusing more on Alex Shelley. And like I said, Alex Shelley, you know, he's a really good veteran in, you know, this business. You know, he's helped a lot of wrestlers out. You know, helped Seth Rollins. He's helped Okada, the Young Bucks. You know, he's trained a lot of people in this business. And you know, Trey Miguel. You know, this to name a few wrestlers that he named. But yeah, this is really nice technical base that Alex Shelley was doing this match. Yeah, there was one point where I thought Steve Macklin was going to end up retaining when he hit the KIA on Alex Shelley. Alex Shelley ended up getting his foot on the rope. We also saw a pretty nice slice spread on the outside of the ring. Alex Shelley did that on the Macklin by running off the ring post. That was a nice spot in the match. Well, I'm pretty sure there was a apron spear in the match we saw. Maybe that was in another match I saw. I don't exactly remember. But basically, you know, here's how the match ended. So Alex Shelley, you know, he was like kind of like, well, there was a few times where Steve Macklin, you know, he hit his finisher, but Alex Shelley kicked out both times, which was crazy. I expected him to kick out of the KIA a second time. But Alex Shelley ended up being in like a tree of woe. Steve Macklin, Alex Shelley moves out of the way, and Macklin hits his head, and Macklin hits his head, and on the middle turnbuckle, and then Alex Shelley does a super kick on the Steve Macklin, and then does his shell shock to end up becoming the new Impact World Champion, Alex Shelley. Wow, that was crazy. I got really like this is Alex Shelley's first time being an Impact World Champion. Like I gotta say, bravo. That's amazing. That you know, and all this time in his career, you know, being with this company, this is his first Impact World Championship. You know, at the small show, you know, I wasn't expecting to hear him because I thought they were heading. No, I thought they were leading up to Macklin and Nick Aldis at Slammiversary because I thought that felt like a bigger match. But Alex Shelley winning, I was surprised because I went on Instagram. I got like, what? They actually went with Alex Shelley because I got spoiled the main event. I like, wow. I can't believe that. So I'm happy for Alex Shelley. I don't know if it's gonna be a long reign. You know, if I knew that Alex Shelley was gonna be winning, I feel like they should have had. Because I don't know if Chris Sabin he's gonna like cash in option C because they've been doing option C a lot lately because um they did it with Josh Alexander and then they did it with Frankie Kazarian. So I don't know if they're gonna do option C, but I would love to see Chris Sabin and Alex Shelley go for the title, go for the Impact World title. I think that'd be pretty cool. But like I said, I don't know if they're making Alex Shelley just a transitional champion. I really don't know. Because I like to see Alex Shelley have a pretty good reign, but I just don't know if he's going to retain that Slammiversary. I don't know. I guess we're going to have to wait to see, the build up to Slammiversary. But man, I mean, I was pretty shocked when Alex Shelley won. I don't know, people, you guys watching in in the chat and stuff. Were you guys shocked that Alex Shelley won? Because I was definitely surprised. And Ryan says this was really surprising. I know people is upset that Alex won. I thought it was fine. I was happy for him. He deserves it, but I think Nick is going to win, or Alex is going to retain because Nick's contract. Yeah, I mean, we'll definitely see. Like, depending on how long Nick Aldis' contract is, definitely is gonna be if Alex Shelley retains or not. Um, but I just have a feeling that this is like, hey, you have your little short title reign, have it for about a month, and then we're gonna take the title off of you. I mean, but at least they gave him his this nice moment to Alex Shelley. I was happy. Like I said, very surprising. And like I said, I guess we'll see what happens on the um, continue on the road to Slammiversary. But yeah, that was my Impact Wrestling Against All Odds review. Overall, this was a very enjoyable show. Um, Definitely, I'll say the best match of the night was probably the X Division Championship match. I thought that match was like really fun. That's probably my favorite match of the night. I just like how Trey Miguel and Chris Sabin really worked in the match. That's definitely the match to definitely check out for me. That's that. Yeah, that match right there. And the match to definitely skip over if you haven't watched this show. I'll say skip over the tag team match between Giselle Shaw and Savannah Evans going up against Deanna and Trinity. I'll say skip over the actually everything is like pretty good to watch. I don't think there's really no skipping over anything on the show. But yeah, like I said, that was my Impact Wrestling Against All Odds 2023 review. Some videos I got come up this week. So I have an unboxing tomorrow from Shop AEW. I got a t-shirt in the mail, so stay tuned for that. We're doing a Shop AEW unboxing. As well as I'm going to be doing a watch along on Saturday for AEW Collision, which we got the return of CM Punk there. That's going to be fun. Also on Sunday, I'm going to be doing a kind of like a watch party, watch along for the best of Money in the Bank matches, and like not just the matches, but the matches from like the WrestleMania matches, the ones from pay per views, and like other pay per view matches from Money in the Bank. So stay tuned for that. I'll be doing that on Sunday night, which I'll be putting out a post when I do that. Also, I'm gonna be. Also, I just posted my vlog to Friday Night SmackDown. So if you guys want to go check that out, it's already up on my channel. Yeah, so definitely check it out. SmackDown was really fun. But yeah, like I said, so videos are coming up. So I got my watch along to do for Collision. Got an unboxing. And I got Money in the Bank watch along, best of Money in the Bank. So a lot of things to do this weekend. And also got AEW tonight, which is gonna be fun. And we're just about a week away from almost a week away from Forbidden Door, which I'll be doing previews for that next week. Which I'm excited for Forbidden Door. There's only 2 matches announced, but hey, I can't wait to see what happens. But yeah, like his Impact Wrestling was a very solid show, and I'm excited to see what happens going into Slammiversary. And like I said, hit that subscribe button if this is your first time ever checking out my channel. Hit the like button. Also, turn on the notification bell to be notified every time I make a new video. So you know when all these new videos come up. And also I don't know if I said follow me on all my social media platforms on Twitter and Instagram at the True JSB. But this is your boy Juggernaut saying peace out, and I will catch you guys later on. Peace.